Our next stop brings us to this small cannon behind me. This cannon was originally used by the Georgia Military Institute before the war, and during the war it was given to the Confederate Armed Forces. During the entirety of the American Civil War, artillery pieces were very important for many key battles, and during the Battle of Chickamauga, artillery was also very important. The Battle of Chickamauga itself took place on September 18th to the 20th of September 1863. This three-day battle was fought between the forces of the Union led by William S. Rosecrans and the Army of Tennessee led by Braxton Bragg. This three-day battle was the second bloodiest battle of the Civil War and was the largest Confederate victory in the Western theater. William Rosecrans of the Union forces considered this battle to be a disaster. After the days of fighting, the Union forces retreated and the Confederates held the field of battle. Though this is a simple Confederate victory, it's important to reassess the actual nature of this Confederate victory. After the battle, Union forces fled back to the city of Chattanooga. The Confederate forces controlled the field of battle that Chickamauga took place on. Despite this looking like a simple victory for the Confederate forces, this was technically a victory, but it was not a horrible mistake that Rosecrans thought it was. The whole purpose of the Union campaign was to capture and hold Chattanooga. So since they did not lose it, it was okay. According to the words of historian David Powell, the entire Battle of Chickamauga, and I quote, was a tactical setback, end quote. The Union, in the viewpoint of the Union Army, and I quote, the battle was inconsequential in the grand scheme of the war, end quote. So let us consider the implications of Powell's argument. The Battle of Chickamauga was the second bloodiest battle of the war, and it was the largest victory for Confederate forces in the Western theater. If all of this did not bring a tactical shift to the war for the Confederate favor, then what did it accomplish? It was just, the Battle of Chickamauga was another battle of attrition that were very common in the Civil War that accomplished nothing.